Hi everyone, it's Vaughn at Spirit of Health. We are live and we're going to talk about herbs for allergies. It's allergy season. It's spring. And first want to just talk about what allergies are, because people don't understand what allergies really are sometimes. And I think our medical industry does kind of a bad job of helping people understand what allergies are. Instead, they just deal with the symptoms. So what allergies really are is blocked filters. It's your mucosal system being blocked and congested and not able to handle the irritant that's coming at it. In other words, it's not the pollen's fault or the cat hair's fault. It's the inability of your system to neutralize and eliminate things that are coming in because the filtration system is blocked. So we always look at it from God's design perspective. God designed the body to cleanse and remove toxins and waste. So if you're getting mucus in your body, if you're getting things coming, trying to get rid of the toxins and the waste out of your body, then that's a good thing. That's God's design. We should be working with God's design of the body. Unfortunately, the medical system and all the over-the-counter stuff and all the antihistamines and the steroids and the Flonase and the Singulair and the Claritin, it all works against what God's doing with the body He created, which is trying to flush out and remove the toxins. Instead, those things dry up your mucosal membranes, push the allergens back inside of your body. So what herbs do, and the things that God gave us, is to work with the eliminations of the toxins and the waste. So I'm going to always give people short-term and long-term solutions. Real quick, the long-term solution is to cleanse your blocked filtration system. So that means do cleanses. If you want to do the most important cleanse to cleanse and get rid of allergies long-term, it would be the lymphatic system cleanse. The lymph is where the immune system is. The lymph is the mucosal systems being congested, that sinus cavity, all the rest of the body being congested. The lymph is huge in that. Now, do you need to cleanse your colon? Yes. Do you need to cleanse liver and other parts of the body? Yes. But I want you to know that lymph system, do the lymph cleanse if you want to not have allergies long term. Because if you can clean the mucus and the congestion out of your lymph system, then your body can handle things that are coming in the quote-unquote allergies go away. So again, allergies are always a sign of an internal problem. So what you can do, there's two things I've recommended for people for years and years. So I'll just start with that. If you're in allergy season and that stuff's hitting you, I've always given people Hello Blossom and Sinuorega. Sinuorega is a nasal spray. It clears congestion out of the sinus cavity. The reason the over-the-counter stuff is so bad for the sinuses is what really is happening in your sinus cavity is an infection. Some doctors know this because they give people antibiotics. We know that's bad long-term because it destroys your immune system. And it actually just makes the little bacteria angry and to morph into stronger versions of fungus, which is why your sinus infection keeps coming back worse and worse to the point of where people get surgery. So the Sinuorega actually kills infection. It kills the fungus in your sinus cavity and starts to clear out all that gunk. So we love the Sinuorega, and the Hello Blossom actually absorbs the allergens. So clay, bentonite clay, which is in this formula, grabs and binds allergens, things that shouldn't be in your body, and grabs them and flushes them out of your system. So it has other herbs in it that help with circulation in different areas, like it's got eyebright in it, it's got horseradish, nettle, mullein for the lungs. But again, the key is the clay that binds the allergen and filters them out. So if you just want something really good for seasonal allergies, these are great. As I destroy the shelves. All right, so I want to next mention antihistamines. So another big issue we have are these histamine responses. Now you can have a histamine response from allergens and things, seasonal stuff. A lot of people get histamine response from food allergies. from food responses. And there is definitely a difference between the seasonal allergies and the food allergies and the food intolerances. We don't have time in the videos to go into all that, but I want you to know that if you're having reactions to any seasonal stuff or food, I really want you guys to look at these natural antihistamines, because if you go to the doctor and you take these antihistamines, just like all drugs, all medications, they have long-term negative side effects in weakening your body, weakening your immune system, weakening your adrenal glands. One of the worst things we do to children is we give them things that weaken their system. Their body's already compromised, which is why they're having the reactions, and then you're giving them things that's further weakening their immune system. You're giving them steroids that further weakens their adrenals and their immune system. And long term, that's very, very negative. So this histamine balance by Bell, Summer's been telling me a lot of people have been giving rave reviews on how well this product's working. So we love the histamine balance. I haven't used it a lot personally with people, but we do get good reviews on it. What I have seen work really well is this D-Hist by Orthomolecular. And there's a D-Hist Junior too for your kiddos. So between D-Hist and D-Hist Junior, these are natural antihistamines. And what's in the D-Hist is quercetin. Okay, quercetin, if you want to know where quercetin comes from in large amounts, it's onions. A lot of people have heard about the benefits of onions and garlic for the body and for the immune system. One of the reasons is those foods are very high in quercetin, especially onions. So you can just eat tons and tons of onions, or I don't know, your family or friends might not love that so much. But that's a good source of quercetin. Nettle is in almost every herbal formula for allergies. Stinging nettle is a natural antihistamine, so we definitely encourage you guys to do nettle. Bromelain and other systemic enzymes. Enzymes are very helpful for breaking down allergens in the system too. So this one has bromelain in it. And then vitamin C. There's all kinds of great sources of vitamin C, but if it's spring and it's allergy season, also at the end of cold and flu system, you'll never go wrong with doing large doses of vitamin C. We have a vitamin C power blend that we love in our bulk section that has all the highest known sources of vitamin C. So up your vitamin C, up your nettle, take a good natural antihistamine formula. I want to tell you actually my favorite antihistamine that we've been using at our home. We don't actually use those products in our home. We actually use these BioRay products. Focus for children, Loving Energy for adults. This is the professional line. So these are basically the same formula. The Loving Energy is the stronger formula. The Focus is the kids formula. Now you think focus, adrenals, focus, attention, you think ADD, ADHD. So it's good for all that. It's good for energy, it's good for focus, but you have to remember these are adrenal herbs, and adrenals produce natural steroids called corticosteroids. Why are doctors giving people steroids and anti-inflammatories? Because it's what the adrenals naturally do. So we actually use the Loving Energy at home just in case anybody has a flare-up or a reaction to something. I never forget one time Noelle, our littlest girl, started breaking out in some red bumps on her body, and we weren't sure what it was. Sometimes as a parent, these things just happen, and you're like, oh my gosh, what did they get into? What did they eat? You don't really know. We gave her, I think, 4 squirts of this, and I mean, seriously, within an hour, like, it just disappeared like nothing happened. And if you think of a parent, if you've ever experienced where that happens and you don't know what happened and it gets worse and worse and worse, and then sometimes parents end up rushing to the doctor, or sometimes you have to run out and grab an antihistamine or something like that. We want to avoid that. So the Loving Energy and the Focus are great natural antihistamines. I mean, we have so many products here we could talk about, but I also just going to mention the Kick It Allergy by Wish Garden. What's nice about this, it's a spray you can spray right into your throat. So the Kick It Allergy is great just for allergies, quick spray, easy formula. And I also love their Kick It Sinus. This stuff's really strong. I love the Sinus Rega, but I love the Kick It Sinus. The reason I love the Kick It Sinus is it has the added bonus of horseradish. who doesn't love to just munch on a piece of horseradish? Okay, I'm joking, but seriously, you get a little tiny square this big and start chewing on it, I mean, it will light you up. It'll clear out your whole sinus cavity. So the Kick It Sinus with the added horseradish, that is bonus. That's awesome stuff. So again, short-term solutions for your sinus problems, for your allergies. You don't need to take anything from the doctor. You don't need to take over-the-counter stuff. All that stuff does, again, is block what God's trying to do through the way He created your body to get out the stuff that shouldn't be in your body. So work with that process with herbs. The other great way to work with that process is through the removal of toxins through heat, a sauna, exercise, sunshine, anything you can do to promote the elimination and the cleansing of your system. And again, if you want to go deeper, do a colon cleanse, do a lymphatic system cleanse, and what you'll notice is those allergies will go away long term, and they won't keep coming back and hitting you every season over and over and over. That's how you know you're making progress in your health. When you used to every spring, you get this horrible sinus infection for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden it's way less, or you're not getting it at all. Again, now you know you're making long-term progress, but for the short term, feel free to use these things. They're great. Let me just make sure there's no other favorites here. Did I miss anything, Summer? You know, you can get the old neti pot out and flush the sinus cavity with sea salt. That's great. But if you really want to make progress in your sinus cavity, kill the fungus. Oregano, clove, essential oils, stronger things. That's going to give you the long-term relief with your sinus cavity and keep you away from the drugs and the sinus surgery and those things you don't need. So I'll end there. I hope everyone enjoyed this little helpful tip for the spring allergy season. God bless you, and we'll see you live next Monday at 3 o'clock for Herb Time.